different. You know, they've packed their midfield and got men behind the ball and worked their socks off today. Got an early goal, and we couldn't. You know, we're frustrated for the players because we couldn't find that quality and you know, to find a goal that would get us back into, you know, that gets us something out of the game.
What sorts of things were you trying? I mean, it's not easy for fans perhaps to see them from the you know, from the stands. What sort of things were you trying to break Sheffield Wednesday down?
We were trying everything, but I think, you know, what we need is a player that we can go out and get that's on about £5,000 to £8,000 a week, that's got absolute quality, would make a difference. And Sheffield Wednesday have got that, about 11 of them, and we haven't. You know, we haven't got anybody in our team today on £2,000 a week. And I will tell you, and I will let you know. And sometimes you're asking players that you know, to work their way around the system with the 10 men behind the ball, you know, and that elusive bit of quality that we just haven't got at the football club. You know, Francois, our match winners today in the game would be probably Francois Zoko and Ben Marshall, and both are really quiet. And when they're not flying, you know, you're looking round at what else you can do to break that down. And we didn't have that quality. We didn't have that player of that type that could open up and find that bit of extra something against Sheffield Wednesday today. The goal itself was there and the starting point, and he wasn't meant to away. You could say every goal's sloppy, James. You know, it's a corner that we've done well to get something on the first ball, but we drops down to him and he spins on a sixpence and puts in the back of the net. It's an opportunist goal, which sometimes you can't, you know, you can't do a great deal about. You're always disappointed you concede him from a set piece, but you know, they happen, James, and you can't sort of look at every single goal and say, well, I could have stopped that, because you could have done. You could have actually stopped every single goal. That's every single team that ever scores a goal. You could have stopped it somewhere along the line, but they're scored because, you know, certain things don't happen, and we never, if you want, we never got onto the second ball quick enough, and that's the reason they scored. They did, and we didn't, so that happens.
What did you learn from today's game then? What will you take into the next time a team tries to do this to you?
Well, it's very difficult. This team's going to come up here and defend like that and get an early goal. If we get an early goal, it makes life a lot easier for us. But you know, it's something that we probably need one or two more real top quality players within the squad, James, and we're trying to find that. But you know, the levels that we can go to don't always find you that player that can come on and make a big impact in that type of game against that type of opposition. You know, you look at Sheffield Wednesday, they are still, you look at their bench, James, and tell me that bench wouldn't have walked into most teams' first teams. And you know, we're scratching around looking for a player of quality to try and find a way of breaking down, you know, a 10-man resolute defending team, which did it very well as well, to add to that as well. And I'm not criticising Sheffield Wednesday, they did it very, very well, and they came here and got what they wanted, that's the victory at any cost.
What sort of player do you think you need then to bridge that gap? What are you missing in the
Rooney. I'm not being funny, somebody like Rooney and Berbatov or Gerrard, they would break that down, but we need to get them out. So we have to look within our levels and what we have available and try and probably we know we need a bit of width, we know we need a wide player, and we're trying to find that so we can change the whole tactical side of the game. You know, we haven't got a natural, only Marshy, who's been very effective down the middle and very effective behind the front too, but Marshy's the only natural wide player. You know, we're looking at that left side and seeing if we can try and find maybe a lefty that comes in. The problem you've got then, if you buy one of top quality, you've got to play every week, and if things don't go right, then you go back to your diamond, you go back to systems that's worked. The 4-3-3's worked for us in the past as well, just recently. So he's trying to find a player that might give us that extra dimension on the left-hand side, so we can actually play with a bit more width at times.
You're finding a bit more form away from home than perhaps at Brunton Park at the moment, Greg, which is timely because you've been away from home for quite a while, and you've got another couple of away games now. You're hopeful from those now?
Always hopeful, you know, I'm always hopeful. I mean, you've seen the team come here and defend for their lives, and they've done it very well. You know, obviously we go to Charlton and Brighton, and I would expect come out at us, and that might allow us to, our system and the way we play, the type of players we've got, a few more spaces, and you know, we can hurt them a little bit more than what we hurt Sheffield Wednesday today.
Any hope for anyone returning, like Cooper or Michulik ahead of Tuesday's game?
No.
Any injuries picked up today?
No.
Thanks for talking to us.
Cheers, James. Cheers, Paul.
Greg Abbott, the Carlisle United manager, will have more reaction from Brunton Park between now and 6 o'clock. Bring you up to date with the latest on the rugby union as well very shortly. Let's bring you up to date with the full times from today's Blue Square North fixtures. Droylsden 1, Gainsborough 3, Gloucester 1, Eastwood 3, Hyde 1, Vauxhall Motors 2, and Solihull Mears 2-0 winners, as we've been hearing, against Workington, which leaves the Reds 13th in the Blue Square North tonight. Some outstanding full times from the Championship. Finished Crystal Palace 3, Reading 3 in quite a game at Selhurst Park. Ipswich 0, Portsmouth 2 was the full-time score, and Leicester City 1, Coventry City 1. This is BBC Radio Cumbria Sport, 19 minutes past 5. I'm Paul Newton. Keep your comments coming in on the text 81333. You need to put the word Cumbria before your message. On the phones 0845 305 1122. Any Carlisle fans at Branton Park today? What did you make of Gary Madine's return? Of course, he was substituted in the second half.